Hello, this is Jessica Weifel. In this video, I will be showing you how to make my breadfruit snowflake. This snowflake pattern is available for free on my website or as part of the Snowfall 2024 In the Forest ebook that is available in my Ravelry and Etsy shops. I will put links to the patterns in the description. If any errors are found in this video after it is released, I will also add a note in the description, so be sure to give it a quick read. The breadfruit snowflake is a fairly simple snowflake, but I still think it comes out quite beautifully. I will be using Siepia's Maxi Sweet Treats cotton thread and my great-grandmother's crochet hook, which I believe measures about 1.5 millimeters. Most often I make my snowflakes in white, but I will be using color 408 for this video as it photographs better. We're going to begin by making a double magic ring. A double magic ring is just like a regular magic ring, except we're going to wrap the yarn around our two fingers twice instead of once. Now insert the hook into the magic ring and pull up a loop. Now we're ready to begin round one. For round one, we're going to start with a 1 chain. This just secures our magic ring. And then we'll make 1 single crochet and 4 chain. This is going to count as our first double treble crochet. Then we're going to begin the repeat. Chain 1 and then make a double treble crochet. We're going to wrap the yarn around our hook 3 times for double treble crochet and complete that double treble crochet. Then we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And make another double treble crochet into the magic ring. And now we will continue this with the repeat. We're going to repeat this 5 more times in total, which will be 6 times overall, omitting the last double treble crochet as that is our starting stitch. 2, 3, 4. Here is round 1 complete. Before we finish off tightening up the magic ring, it's worth double counting to make sure you have the right number of loops, so you don't have to repeat it because you have 7 just like I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And there should be 6 pairs of double treble crochets too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to pull up a long loop so that I can more easily tighten up that double magic ring without the hook in my hand. So to tighten up the double ring, we're going to pull on the tail just a little bit, just to see which of the rings is first. The smaller one is first, so we're going to use that to tighten up, or second, so we're going to tighten up the one that is first by pulling on that. And once that is good and tight, we're going to pull on the starting tail to close up our second double magic ring, our second double ring. And cotton thread is pretty strong, so you can usually pull quite hard on there. I like to have a pretty small center hole. Now I'm going to put my hook back on my loop, or my loop back on my hook, and join by slip stitching in the 4th chain of our starting double treble crochet. That leaves 1 chain in between our 2 double treble crochets. And round 1 is complete. It should look like this. There will be 12 double treble crochets, 6 1 chain spaces, and 6 7 chain spaces. Now we're going to continue to round 2. To start round 2, we are going to slip stitch between We're going to start round 2 with a slip stitch in the 1 chain space that is next. And then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to count as our first treble crochet. Often I use a single crochet, chain 3 for a for beginning treble crochet, but in this case I found that to be too bulky right here, so we're just going to do a 4 chain. Now we're going to make 2 treble crochets into the same 1 chain space. And 2. Now we will begin the repeat. We start by, into this 7 chain space, we're going to make 1 single crochet, chain 2, and another single crochet. Then into our 1 chain space, we're going to make 3 treble crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 7, 6, 7, and 3 more treble crochets. That completes our repeat, so we're going to continue that 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet in the 7 chain space, and then 3 treble crochet, chain 7, 3 treble crochet in the 1 chain space. We're going to repeat that 4 more times, or 5 times in total, and then we'll do something a little different for the very end to finish it up. If you've been enjoying this snowflake tutorial so far and have found it helpful, take a minute please to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, and leave a comment below. You can tell me which of my other free snowflake patterns you'd like to see video tutorials for, or just what you'd like to do with your crocheted snowflakes. Commenting, liking, subscribing all help other people find my YouTube channel and my snowflake videos. The more people that view these videos, the more I know they're worth my time and that I should make more of them. Thank you. I've gotten to the end of my 5th repeat, or the 4 more times, and now we're going to finish up the pattern. The last repeat is a little different, so it's written after. We're going to make 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet just as before, and make 3 treble crochet into the next 1 chain space. This one will already have our starting stitch and 3 other treble crochets. So you gotta work around the slip stitch. Make sure that's not twisted up. Helps to push those stitches to the side a little bit. We can tug them to make it even out. And there's our 3 treble crochets. Now for this last 7 chain space, instead of just making a chain 7, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to make a treble crochet into the 4th chain of our first treble crochet. So that's right here. And this is going to complete our 7 chain space. So this 3 chain plus the treble crochet will count as our last 7 chain space. The reason that we do this is to end at the top of the chain space instead of at the bottom. This allows us to start the next round in the correct place. So when completed, round 2 will have 36 treble crochets, 12 single crochets, 6 2 chain spaces, and 6 7 chain spaces. To begin round 3, we're going to make a single crochet around the post of the treble crochet just below. This is the one that counts as 4 chain of the 7 chain space. So we make a single crochet, and then we're going to chain 1. This single crochet and chain 1 is going to count as our first double crochet. Now we're going to make 5 double crochet around the same post. And 3, 4, and 5. Now we'll begin the repeat. We're going to make 2 treble crochet in the next 2 chain space, 1, and 2, then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 more treble crochet in the same 2 chain space. Then into the 7 chain space, we're going to make 6 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make 6 more double crochets into that same 7 chain space. We're going to repeat this 5 more times, or 6 times in total, and on the last repeat you don't need to do the last 6 double crochets as they are already here. So I'm going to finish up these repeats and get back to you for finishing off the snowflake. Okay, so here I have finished off my last repeat so that the repeat goes all the way around, and I'm going to finish by joining into the 1 chain that is the top of the beginning double crochet. So we're going to slip stitch in there, and before we fasten off we should check our stitch count. This snowflake is a little bit ripply until it is stiffened, so it's pretty normal that it's not going to lay perfectly flat. You should have 72 double crochets, 24 treble crochets, and 12 5 chain spaces, or 12 double crochets in each of these loops, 4 treble crochets in each 1 chain space, and a 5 chain space at the top of every point. So I'm going to cut my thread to fasten off. Pull up a long loop, pull out my loop, and then I'm going to sew in the ends. This snowflake is actually pretty easy to sew in the ends, but in general these don't get a huge amount of wear and tear, so you don't have to worry too much about the ends. Once we've got our ends secured, we can trim them. This snowflake is going to be particularly ripply until it is stiffened. Like most of my snowflakes, I recommend stiffening. I do have a video tutorial on how to stiffen. I will link it right up here. You can also find instructions on my blog and at the end of all of my written patterns in the PDF format. And once this snowflake is stiffened, it looks like this. This is a simple snowflake, but I think the result is really beautiful. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.